The journey of Artemis 1. Artemis 1 has launched from Earth, setting its course for the Moon. While it departed just like any other spacecraft, watch closely what unfolds as it nears the lunar surface. The Orion capsule embarks on a wild trajectory, surging ahead of the Moon, then falling behind, only to be flung back toward Earth. Even more astonishing, this entire journey spans 26 days. In contrast, the Apollo 8 mission took only 6 days to complete a much simpler path. So why didn't Artemis take that straightforward route? Reaching the Moon is no simple feat. It demands an immense amount of energy. Interestingly, it takes more energy to land on the Moon than on Mars, even though the Moon is 500 times closer. The primary mission of Artemis 1 was to send the Orion capsule on a loop around the Moon to thoroughly test all its systems. Meanwhile, Apollo missions aimed to land astronauts on the lunar surface and safely bring them back to Earth, a task requiring significantly more energy, which highlights the impressive power of the Saturn V rocket. Yet the Space Launch System, SLS, surpasses even the Saturn V in power. So why did Artemis 1 have to take such a peculiar path? In this video, we'll explore the fascinating physics behind Artemis 1's unusual lunar orbit. Plus, stay tuned till the end as we announce the winner of our previous giveaway. How to get to the Moon. Planning a mission to the Moon ultimately comes down to delta V, the amount of spacecraft must change its velocity to complete its journey. The required delta V for any given route remains the same, regardless of the rocket used. However, the energy needed to achieve that delta V depends on factors like the rocket's weight and engine efficiency. Burning fuel to change velocity consumes energy, and heavier rockets or less efficient engines demand more fuel. Though the SLS is more powerful than the Saturn V. When comparing the command modules, Artemis 1's Orion has less than half the delta V of Apollo's module. This is because Artemis opted for a more spacious command module with a smaller service module, while Apollo's design favored a smaller command module paired with a larger, more capable service module packed with more thrust and propellant. This design choice drastically impacted delta V. Apollo's smaller, lighter command module could only support crew life systems for about 14 days, necessitating the quickest route to the Moon. Apollo Moon missions. Apollo's path involved a long engine burn immediately upon reaching the Moon, slowing the spacecraft enough to enter lunar orbit. Though fuel-intensive, this maneuver shortened the trip to just 3 days, compared to Artemis 1's 10-day approach. Orion simply lacked the delta V to perform this direct orbit insertion, so NASA devised a brilliant alternative path. A word from our sponsor, Omaze. Before we dive deeper, a quick shout out to the amazing sponsor of today's video, Omaze. Omaze offers you the chance to dream big and win once-in-a-lifetime prizes, all while supporting nonprofits that make the world a better place. Right now, Omaze is giving you the chance to win a custom Tesla Model S APX. This top-tier Model S Plaid boasts cutting-edge technology, a 396-mile driving range and acceleration from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 2 seconds. While it may not get you to space, yet it will take you anywhere else in style. Enter now at omaz.com/primalspace to support the Peterson Automotive Museum's new exhibits, events, and educational programs. Hurry, this opportunity closes on January 27th. Join Omaze in their mission to raise over $1 billion this year. How the Moon captured Orion. To remain near the Moon long enough for extensive testing, NASA targeted a distant retrograde orbit, a first for lunar missions. This orbit circles the Moon at a great distance, moving opposite to the Moon's orbit around Earth. The spacecraft spends equal time near the Lagrange points 1 and 2, which helps stabilize its orbit and minimize fuel use. Instead of performing a direct insertion burn at 70,000 kilometers from the Moon as Apollo did, Orion took a different route. It aimed for a point just 100 kilometers above the lunar surface and used a gravity assist to slow down. Most think gravity assists speed up spacecraft, but by approaching the Moon from the opposite side of its orbit, Orion was able to use the Moon's gravity to reduce its velocity instead. When Orion reached its closest approach, it fired its engine to slow further, entering an elliptical orbit with an apopsis of 70,000 kilometers, the precise altitude it needed. Thanks to the gravity assist, Orion conserved a significant amount of fuel. Then, at apopsis, it performed another burn to circularize its orbit, raising its periapsis to 70,000 kilometers and securing its distant retrograde orbit. This orbit takes Orion much farther into space than Apollo missions did. One lap around the moon here lasts 12 days, with the option to extend the mission by another 12 days simply by orbiting again. This orbit allowed NASA to spend more time rigorously testing Orion's systems. While Orion's trajectory may seem unusual, from the moon's perspective, it perfectly illustrates how the spacecraft was captured in orbit. Even more fascinatingly, from Earth's view without considering the moon, Orion was simply in an elliptical Earth orbit, constantly swapping sides as its period matched the moon's. How did Orion return to Earth? Returning home required Orion to escape the moon's gravity, reversing the gravity assist maneuver. It slowed down near the lunar surface and then performed a final engine burn that sent it back on a path to Earth. This final burn was timed with Orion's closest lunar approach to take advantage of the Oberth effect, which maximizes velocity gain when firing engines deep in a gravity well. Think of it like stepping off a fast-moving walkway. Doing so at the fastest point gives you a much bigger boost with less effort. These clever maneuvers have been crucial to spaceflight, enabling humanity's incredible leap to the moon and with Orion paving the way for future lunar explorers. And now, it's time to announce the winner of our Primal Space giveaway. Congratulations to Ben Benson on winning a Saturn V rocket model. If you didn't win this time, don't worry. Another giveaway is coming in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.